Welcome and namaste. My name is Dina Jensen and this is Yoga 101, the basics. I'd like to take you through a few standing poses that you will likely encounter in a group yoga class or online yoga. The warrior poses are really strong poses. All of the standing poses are meant to strengthen your legs and for you to feel really grounded. So I'd like to show you the Warrior One pose, Virabhadrasana One pose. Just be thinking to yourself about the strength of the warrior, the courage, the bravery, the strength. That all goes into the warrior poses. Okay, so let's go on the mat. Always listen to your own body, do what feels best for you, and practice non-harming. Start all of your standing poses in mountain pose with your heels underneath your sits bones, your kneecaps pointed straight forward, grounded through the tripod of both feet. Even stance through your feet, strong legs. A nice lift in the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed. Since we're just starting the warrior pose, let's begin with the arms to your side, or you could put your hands on your hips. I'll put my hands on my hips to get things out of the way. One of the most important parts of Warrior One, to make it feel more comfortable in most people's bodies, is to keep your feet hip distance. Okay, so instead of stepping the foot, when you step it back, don't step it in, step it more out. So you'll see. We'll start with the right foot and take the right foot and step it a decent step back and a little out. Your toes point out in a diagonal more towards the corner of your mat. So if you see my feet, there's space in between my heels. I'm not heel to heel. When I step like this, it just gives more space in my back and can feel much better in the body when you go into the pose. Your hip points at the front of your body can stay at this nice diagonal. So for a lot of people, keeping the diagonal is nice. The back leg stays grounded and firm and straight and lifted. So it's an anchor back there. There is a slight twist or turn from the rib cage and shoulder to face the front of your mat. So you can keep the hips at that little bit of a diagonal, but have a little slight twist right about at the navel area, okay? Some people take their hips and turn the hips towards the front as well. So we can try it both ways. Front foot stays grounded through the big toe mound, pinky toe, and the heel. And let's just do the legs. So back leg is straight and strong, and you bend the front knee and aim it towards the center of your front foot. So you have a bend in your knee, and it doesn't matter how much you bend. It's really up to you. If you want to just have a very small bend, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, one isn't better. Keep that back heel grounded and the back leg lifted, and your sternum and shoulders face towards the front. And it's nice to come in and out of the poses when you first start. So you bend the front knee and straighten, keeping the back outer heel grounded and straighten. Bend the front knee and straighten, and then you can hold. And then check in with your low back. There'll be a slight arch back there. You don't want it to be overarched. So make sure you're not compressing back there. And if you are, you might need to point your tailbone down towards the mat a little more. So hold here with very strong legs, even in the back foot, even in the front foot. Your rib cage and sternum is face forward. And versions for arms could be W arms, depending on your shoulders and how they're feeling today, or they can lift up and overhead with straight arms. And your gaze can stay nice and forward, taking a good breath in here. And then when you get used to it, sometimes you start lifting a little bit more, giving a slight back bend in the upper back. But when you first start, it's really nice to have your arms just reaching up and looking forward. And then your arms can come down and step the back foot forward. So that was one version of Warrior One. We'll do the other side. So remember, step that left foot back and out towards the left. Ground through the outer back heel. Let that energy really work its way all the way up the leg to the outer, to the glute, left glute. And now this time, if you want to try with the hips more forward, you can try that. But sometimes when you start pointing the hips forward and pulling the back hip, front hip back, sometimes the knee starts to talk to you, and we always listen to the body. So if the knee says, I don't like this, or if your low back doesn't like it, you go back to the diagonal. And you can try both, okay? But then we get that slight twist at the navel, turning your rib cage, your chest forward, shoulders forward. Ground through the front and back foot evenly. And let's just do a few bending the front knee. Watch the knee, it often wants to drop towards your midline, so you want to aim it towards the center of the front foot and straighten. And if that's hard for you, imagine you're trying to aim it towards your pinky side of your front foot, but stay grounded in the big toe of your front foot and straighten. Bend, keep the back heel grounded and straighten, bend and straighten, and then we'll hold. Hold that bend in the front knee. Take a breath, and if you would like to add on arms, you can choose. And when you do just standing poses and you're not flowing through a vinyasa flow, then you might hold it, and it's nice to practice a little bit of both. So holding the Warrior One pose gives you an opportunity to fine tune, getting strong in the legs, grounded through the back heel, feeling the arms, that uplift of the arms, and really tuning into that intention, the strength of the pose, so that you have the courage to face all of your obstacles like a warrior. Arms down and step the back foot forward. So that is Warrior One pose. If you are enjoying the Yoga 101 series, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. I'm very grateful for you all out there who are watching and learning yoga and joining in with these really beautiful practices. Namaste.